Hey everybody, I'm Tom Vassell and welcome back to 10,000 and Below. This is a series where I'm going through games that are ranked 10,000 or less on Board Game Geek and telling you what I think of them. Now a couple things, this is the 13th video of this that I've made. A couple things I want to point out before I get jumping in today, where we look at games 11,201 and below, is that these are constantly in flux. I'm not recording all these at the same time, so you may see games in spots twice just because things are changing sometimes. And these are probably not in the same spot that you would see them right now. Secondly, this is the 13th video that I've recorded of this, and we're recording a lot of things ahead of time, so keep that in mind. This has been done weeks before you've seen it, so if you want to see changes and things, they'll probably come as time goes by. But we're going to keep doing this till I get bored of it, but I'm finding it fascinating to go through and look at these games. So here we go. We don't look at all 100 each week of the 100 that we zoom through, but we always take a look at the first one. And today is Quiztopia. So this is from 2019, so this is from last year, from Cosmos. So it's a quiz game with creative possibilities and variants that will surely create an aha effect. You're building cards. Well, this one may never have come out in English, I'm going to guess. I'm not even seeing any images other than the picture of the game. That's it. This must not have. It's a cooperative quiz thing. I like the name of it. That's about all we'll know for now. Alrighty, let's see. All Queen's Chess. I talked about this one before. It's dropped a bit where all your pieces were queens. Celtic Quest, Eagle Day, Privacy, Quickie, Bonanza, Fun and Easy. Is that like a kid's version of Bonanza? All right, it's from Uwe Rosenberg, 2010. Yep, it is for the younger kids. And they have youthful bean designs. The rock bean. This one looks like it may only have come out in German. No. I think they did make a Bonanza for kids. I don't know where that one would be. Murder, She Wrote. The board game from 1985, and that cover actually looks older than 1985. And what is she's smiling at the guys murdering somebody? It's like a nostalgic looking game, but wow, 85, that's pretty bad even for 1985, I'm guessing. Find Your Seats. This one kind of intrigues me. I just like the name of it. Find Your Seats. Oh, it's from Button Shy. So Button Shy makes a lot of small little games. I've not played many of them, but I have to say, a lot of them I've played I've enjoyed. So this one here has me. So the introvert, the copycat, the flirt. So you're trying to move people around and have them sit in the right spots, have them sit next people. Play this game before your next wedding. Let's see here. Dalek Dice. Okay. This one has quite a bit of ratings, actually. 176 ratings. This is from Cubicle 7 Entertainment. I don't think I've ever played this. Well, I shouldn't say I don't think. I know. Yeah, it looks super generic with a Doctor Who theme thrown on it. Maybe it's a really simple game. Let's see what the description says. Simple, fun, and quick game. Well, that's not very descriptive. 10 dice and a cup. Well, there you go. It's a cheap dice game with Doctor Who theme on. Came out in 2016 when Doctor Who was even more popular, I think, than it is now. All right, here's an interesting one. Valley of the Four Winds. This has 112 ratings here. It's a two-player fantasy game from 1980. Oh, it's from Lou Pulsifer, who designed Britannia. That's what he's best known for. This is done by Games Workshop. See, this is the kind of game that had I seen this at a thrift store when I was a kid, I would have been like, ooh, so cool, the plateau, the plane of darkness. It just sounds fun. Well, I'm not as excited now, but just seeing games like this gives me a nostalgic feeling. Strange Synergy, a game I reviewed in December of 2009. This was a game about superheroes. I'm remembering that from Steve Jackson Games. The artwork by Phil Foglio. And you're just doing different combinations. Can you create an unbeatable team? There's the names that you make. Turtle Shell. I want to say you just ran around and hit the other people, and then you just had special abilities. Yep, that's definitely Phil Foglio's artwork. They listed the number of combinations in the back here. There you go. Yeah, I'm going to say, you know, I ranked this 11 years ago. It was probably more forgiving, but maybe it was really that fun. I'll have to go back. Did I write a review of it? I don't think I did. I think I just played it and didn't write a review. Huh. Well, more nostalgia, I guess. Let's see. Silence Zombie City. Oh, come on. Just because you put a Z instead of... All right, so it's Silence, not Silence. Transgis Games. This does not have a lot... The name just kind of brought me in. This came out in 2019. Okay. The problem with a game like this is, okay, so it's a card game, and it's about zombies. There's a lot of both of those. What makes this one different? You need to find victims and have them not succumb to the zombies. That theme is the... It seems like themes are very similar in zombie games. There's a lot of themes about getting people to your shelter. Alrighty, let's get... Uno, Rummy up! Did you know there was an Uno and Rummy mix? I didn't either. Uno Rummy Cube... Oh, not Rummy, Rummy Cube. I see. Into one game. You play the Uno tiles like Rummy, but there's special Uno rules. Okay, that actually doesn't sound nearly as bad as Uno. And man, I'm very curious. Are those like backlight tiles? They look like it. Ooh. I mean, if nothing else, these are cool trays. And those tiles look cool. And this would be fun to take these and not even, I mean, you could, I mean, the Rummy Cube part, but just playing Uno with them, right? You could. Although that'd be a pretty high stack of tiles after a while. This one would be neat to see just to get the pieces for it. Alrighty, let's move on down. Die, die, die. Oh, we gotta look at that game. That game is giving us a command here. Unless it's about a die, die. In Die, 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 we're trying to flick dice to capture territories. You flick a die, and where it dies, that's your territory for now. Okay. I want this. I do. This looks like a game that I would enjoy as a lark. It's a weird name. That box cover wouldn't sell me on it. I like the concept of that. Flicking dice. Oh, that's the bigger box. Interesting. So what's the new box cover look like? From Redbox Games. I like that box cover too. That just looks fun. Is there a picture of that version? Ooh. I do want this game. Alrighty, that's neat. Okay, cool. That's why I like doing this. I would never have found that game otherwise. Woo! This is a game designed by... No. It's Woo. Sorry, I was thinking Ric Flair. Woo! This is I Will Woo You. This one's by Chris Handy. Oh, this is one of his Perplex games. I should know this sort of thing. Z's the one who's played them all, not me. I gotta say, I do like the art in this game a lot. Look at him. That is such a stylish looking dance. Well, you have to go watch Z. He's taking a look at all these games and he'll tell you if it's good or not. All right, well, here's 3 games in a row that I've played. So let's take a look at each of these 3 games. So first of all, we have the Oregon Trail game, Journey to Willamette Valley. This is not to be confused with the Oregon Trail card game, which is awful. This is merely not good. It really isn't, unfortunately. It's Oregon Trail, and you're moving across this thing, but it's almost too many rules for way, way, way too much randomness. It's just not that good of a game, unfortunately. Dragon Chess, this is a long time since I played this one, has 124 squares. There's 2 dragons. Okay, so they add extra pieces. And the dragon moves and captures horizontally, vertically, and diagonally over unoccupied squares and limit it to 3 squares. All right, so just added an extra piece. That sounds a little more interesting. I know there's a few more rules about this. That some piece there was that you can see there's like an outside area you can get kind of jammed up in. It just adds 2 extra pieces to it. I probably wouldn't even play this today, but I reviewed this back in 2011. So, The Princess and the Goblin. This is from Bellwether Games. Now, some Bellwether games I like. This one did not work for me at all. This is a game in which you kind of are making an escape. It's a kind of a push your luck tile placement game. But the push your luck was just really lucky. The artwork's nice. I don't mind the theme. The princess is like, forget this, I'm just escaping on my own rather than waiting for someone to rescue you. I like that, but the game was just too lucky. All right, King's Valley looks like a fun little 2-player abstract game, if very generic. All pieces can go straight, horizontal, vertically, or diagonally as far as possible, so like queens. Oh, and it sounds like you move as far as you can. First person to get their king piece at a central square of the board wins. So, on my first turn, I would move and block you? Can you capture other pieces? I would need to know some more rules. Looks really boring, actually, doesn't it? All right, the Metric Mile. I like the name of that game. Trash Lords, Omega, Battle for China, Bellum. Here's Waroom Wars. This is a game I played. This is from Indonesia, in which you are a chef making traditional food, and there are different cards, ingredients, and you're just collecting them. I really like the art for this game. I like the concept for it. It just fell shy of being fully fleshed out. It was a little kind of very just grab stuff and turn it in to get other cards. There's a lot of those cards out there, and so this one's fine, but I think it could have been better. Battletech Battle Troops. This is another set for Battletech here. Man-to-man combat. 28 foot soldiers. So this is interesting. So it's not even about the mechs, which I gotta say would make me not want to play it straight out. I'm not wanting to play a game that has to do with Battletech unless I'm actually controlling the mechs. Controlling the guys in it, yes, you could mix it with the mechs, but I've done that before with Battletech type games, and running the troops around is just not nearly as much fun. There's Stratomatic Baseball Express for when you don't have time. Here's Sumo Coup. So this one here is ranked, has 112 ratings. It comes in a hat. Okay, that's kind of cool. Oh, it's a bag shaped like a hat or a trumpet or something. So this is a blue-orange game. All right, so crossword, and you make a key number, you draw 8 tiles. So it's like Sudoku, right? But I like the concept. It looks cool, it looks fun, and I really like the packaging. Alrighty, Chad, the Toyota Wars, 1979 and 1988. Clue VCR mystery game. Probably a lot of you have a lot of good memories with this one. This game is one that I've seen some of the actual video for this. Probably they're on YouTube somewhere. They don't look that great, I guess, but I'm used to seeing the people from the actual Clue movies. And then there's different mysteries. So this was like an app game before apps with a video cassette, and it's something that came out. People really enjoyed it. I really wanted to play this as a kid. I thought having a VCR with a movie just sounded fascinating. And I've heard good things about it. But it is pretty low in the rankings here. But then again, it's also based on Clue, which is a game that doesn't have a lot of love at Board Game Geek. All right, Mystic Companion, Processing, a game of serving humanity. That's where you're actually serving humanity. That's on my shelf of games to be played, I think. War of Supremacy, Universal Rules, Space Station Zemo. Here's another Magic the Gathering dual deck. Here's a Manhattan game. I'm going to quickly look at this. This is not Manhattan from Andrea Seaforth. This is a different one that came out in 1986. A wooden game where you try to build the highest skyscraper. It's kind of funny. If you're making a game about Manhattan, it's probably going to have something to do with buildings. But that doesn't look bad. That doesn't look like Manhattan, no. It looks like a kids type game, but I don't think it is. Some additional rules make this a nice 3D variant of Acquire. That is interesting. Wonder if I could find this at Essen. Crash. All right, I got to take a look at this one. It's a racing game. what is going on in that picture. One of those cars is like Mario Kart looking. Looks like an abstract strategy game. Whew. Yeah, definitely has nothing to do with cars. All right, there's Ultimate Werewolf, the white box edition. Oh, Conflicting Legends. Oh, I played this one. I feel like I've reviewed this one. Came out 2016. Yep, there's my review 2 years ago. I need to get a rating in here. So this is basically a big game of rock, paper, scissors, and you're just playing a bunch of cards, different leader cards, trying to outguess what everyone else is going to do. And then it's like rock, paper, scissors, but lots of different things going on. I enjoyed it. Square Off from 1972. Oh, yeah. This is one of those games where you just basically are going to connect two paths here by sliding things around. I'm actually reviewing a game like this very, very soon, but it's for kids, and it doesn't look as hideous as this one does. What's the one I'm reviewing? Brain Connect. Blam! Wizard Jr. Adaman, or is it Adaman? You're the heir to the throne, but the monarch might live a long time. You intend to speed things along. Oh, okay, that's not what I was expecting. It's a deck-tet game. So, it's a web published style game. So you use a deck-tet, which I believe is a special set of cards. Deck-tet, I reviewed deck-tet. I remember this now. There's a lot of different information on the cards of deck-tet. I guess this must be the #1 game for it. Came out in 2010. There's a lot of stuff on the cards. It felt like there was too much information on the cards. A lot of people enjoy this one, I guess, though. Alrighty, Supervillain, The Galaxy Is Mine. Star Traders, Ada Ants. Alright, so Ada Ants, this is another one of those games that has a lot of ratings that I have not played. This one came out in 2003. When I first got into the hobby, the hardcore board game hobby, this one was being talked about a lot because I started doing this stuff around 2000, I don't know, when my first review was in 2002, I guess, so somewhere around that time. And it looks fine. It's very abstracted, right? This is obviously an older Euro game where you don't have ant pieces and stuff, but you're going to be of 6 leaf eater ants, and you need to put all your ants on the board, and other people are trying to block them with spiders and things. Okay. This is kind of low for how much I heard about this game. I thought it would have been ranked higher. Dragon Tides, Third and Long, the football card game. 8-Bit Invaders, 2011. Take the A Chord. Well, I want to look at that one. Take the A Chord is a trick-taking game from Japan with a theme of jazz. Ziegler. I was curious. I was like, this sounds like a game Z would have played. Yes, it was. I like the theme a lot, but it's probably very generic, the theme. Dr. Beaker. Now, there's a lot of these blue-orange games about moving stuff from one thing to another. In this one, you have a little piece of machinery that you're moving around, storing these balls, trying to move them in and out of a centerpiece. This is a cool idea in theory. It did not work as well as some of their other games in this genre did, like Go-Go Gelato, where you have ice cream cones and things like that. This one looks really cool, and I like the theme of it, but it didn't work out as well as some of the others. There's that Foo 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 game. We were just talking about that one. This one, this was just, I'm going to mention this because, at least as of me recording this, you could download this for free on the internet somewhere and play it. It's a party game. Here's the Nothing Personal Revised Edition. This is the one I did not have anything to do with. Steve Avery and Cody Jones did this one. Not a lot of buzz on this one. I know it got sent out to the Kickstarters, but I haven't heard much back. Maybe a lot of people haven't had a chance to play it yet. Basket Mind, Liar, The Battle of Blenheim, Shuttles. Oh, we talked about this one last time. I thought this was a different game called Shootles. I remember that. Alrighty. Royalty, a version of Catan. Here's the Gardens of Mars. The Gardens of Mars is a pretty little game which is from Nestor Games. Has little aliens moving around on it. Well, that one has a heart for a head. How cute is that? Alrighty. Cushy Express. So Cushy Express is a game that I've played and reviewed, and you're making shish kebabs, and you have these things which look like little kid toys, and you need to stick them on in a specific order, sometimes wrapping bacon around them. See, that one has bacon or cheese wrapped around them. It's a great theme, good kids game, dexterity style game. Then we have a Scotland Yard. This is like the Scotland Yard card game. It's a smaller and faster travel version of Scotland Yard. Okay, so let's look at the picture. Ooh, that is smaller. Ah, man, I don't know. I got to say, for me, this has zero interest for me because one of the things I liked about Scotland Yard was having that really big map. Now, if this one was like getting stellar reviews, I'm not seeing that on there, though. All right, moving down. There's a game called No Escape. Fusion has 99. That's not a bad cover. Reinhard Stopp did this one from Gigamic. I do like that cover, though. That's nice. The older covers look less exciting. So this is definitely a little card game. What are you trying to do? This is a speed game. You play cards in 3 piles. Some cards have to match the same card, one higher, one lower. Okay, so it's a speed style game. Meh. The cover looks cool, though. Let's see here. My Kind of Town. This is from Chad Ellis. Okay, so this is a while ago. This is from Your Move Games. Your Move Games is no longer existing as a company. They were the folks who made Battleground Fantasy Warfare and other things. And so this was a 2-player back and forth game that I obviously thought was okay. Was this the one that they redid into the Battle for... No. It says you can play it online for free, though. 12 influence turns. I remember this one, but it's not very exciting to look at this point in time. It's just an okay area control game. Okay, Tokyo, I'm not going to try to pronounce that. This is one of a series of 3 games from Jordan Draper Games that fit together, and this is the one that came with these. Oh, look at these! They're so cool! I really do like the pieces for this game. There's a pile of different games that come in here, so I have not played these. I think Z Garcia has this. Oh, it also comes with that soda machine where the things come out of. Really neat, and there was a way to even combine the 3 different games. I've only played one of these, and the one that I played was the one I didn't like. I've not played this one yet at all, but I heard it's good. Assassin Con. In Assassin Con, everyone is an assassin. It doesn't look like a great game, but I thought it played out pretty well. As you're trying to figure out who is trying to assassinate you, and then, meanwhile, take out your person. That's a really cool mechanism. Very similar. I ran Assassin Wars in college, right, when I had rubber bands and I had to shoot each other. And that was a lot of fun, and this has something along those same lines. Camelot the Court. Talon. All right, this one's from Osteospiel. This came out in 2016. It's a typical do stuff in the 14th century. English rules included. I've not heard of this one. Let's see if we recognize anything else this designer has done. Arkwright, Gentis, Santo Domingo. All right, well, there you go. So maybe this one is worth checking out. One of his lower ranked games. And then finally, we always take a look at the first, and we take a look at the last one. In this case, the last one is Vietnam Solitaire. So it's a Vietnam War game where you are playing by yourself, which is interesting. That this game came out in 2006. Solitaire gaming wasn't nearly as big at this point in time. It looks like a print and play game, though. Is it a print and play? DK Simulations? Maybe it is. I don't know why else they'd be using a picture of Rambo in it. Well, there you go. Folks, that's another 100 games looking through. Found some interesting stuff that I hadn't seen before. Hope you enjoyed it. If there's something that you think I should have talked about more, or some comments you want to have about some of these games we looked at today, mention below in the comments. Until next time, I'm Tom Basso, and you've been watching 10,000 and Below on the Dice Tower.